Over the weekend at Chipotle chain restaurant here in D.C., this increased teen violence is causing calls for a stricter curfew and one other thing, parent accountability. United States Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, says her office is working with the FBI to identify the suspects involved at the viral brawl at the Chipotle.
These are not kids being kids. This is criminal conduct. But for those kids, those teens who insist on participating in these mobs, understand something. A social media click is not worth a criminal record. And we will make sure that you have a criminal record. And if you think that being a teen gives you a pass to terrorize businesses and neighborhoods, you're about to find out otherwise. We will arrest you, and where we can, we will prosecute you aggressively, and we will prosecute your parents.
Pirro pointed out that parents are responsible for the teens, not the city. Meanwhile, on the other side of town in Georgetown, a man is caught on tape throwing a beer keg through a bakery window. The owners of the cupcake shop are asking the public's help in identifying the suspect. This violence was on Sunday. United States Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, joins me. And Jeanine, you know, every place where I've seen you, and there have been people around, everyone actually who lives here thanks you, and this is a Democratic city, because you're tough.
Well, you know, this is my wheelhouse. This is what I love. And this is a great city. I mean, the nation's capital is a great place to live. And I think that it doesn't matter. Politics doesn't matter here. I mean, I work with Muriel Bowser all the time, the mayor. And the chief of police is great, Chief Carroll. And all of the judges. I mean, we're all in this together. And it requires that we have like this kind of, you know, this kind of eclectic. We all come together as different as we may be to make the place safe. And the president has made it clear. He wants to make D.C. safe and beautiful. And I think that there's so much frustration, Greta, with teens. And, you know, just as you had in the clip over there, this isn't just a bunch of teens who are out of control. These are gatherings that then turn into fights and turn into violence. And then some of these teens who go there out of curiosity end up actually being victims themselves. And what you're seeing there, and that's being, you know, investigated by MPD. I spoke to them today. I spoke to the FBI today. They're working on videos, many videos, enhancing the images, and they're tracking, and they need subpoenas, by the way, for some of the videos, and we're helping them with that. But we'll get to the bottom of it. Make no mistake. But we can't go like this through the summer. We just can't.
Well, you know, it's not just this brawling stuff. I mean, we're actually having murders done by teens. I mean, which don't get quite the play because it's not we don't have the video, for one thing. The media doesn't have the video. But we have young people committing murders. And by young, I mean juveniles. Yeah.
And the frustration, and one of the first things I wanted to do when I came here, and I've been here just over a year now, is I want to reduce the age of accountability. Now you have to be 18 to be prosecuted unless you're 16 or 17 and we get you for murder, rob one, burglary one, or, you know, armed with a deadly weapon, assault, a murder, sexual abuse, armed robbery, burglary. But those are just for 16 and 17-year-olds. These kids have a record a mile long. And until they get to us, they haven't been punished. There isn't any consequence. And that's why I'm looking to lower the age. And unfortunately, because crime is down, people are saying we don't have a crime problem. What we do have is a teen problem. And the number of teens who have been killed, who've been murdered with firearms in this city are all African Americans. And I'm trying to bring that out to the D.C. City Council. These are all African American kids who are being murdered in the nation's capital. We've got to stop this violence. And the only way to do that is to pull the guns off the street. And this weekend, we took 32 off the street in 2 days, and to make sure that these kids are prosecuted. They're not. They're just coddled. And the D.C. Council won't even give the mayor the ability to have a discretionary curfew where they go online. We know in the next 30 minutes there's going to be a teen takeover, which is really mob violence. And we're not allowed to go in there and break it up as any kind of a curfew violation.
What is the story in the curfew? There is none, right?
Right now, there's one from 11 to 6, and there is no discretionary one. And what I did at a press conference yesterday was I said, everybody, you live in this district, then you call your members on the D.C. Council. They are punting. They are giving up. The mayor wants a discretionary curfew, because if we find out something's happening in the Navy Yard at 6 o'clock tonight, we can go there, but unless there's a crime committed, there's not much we can do.
Right.
If there's a curfew violation, we've got the kid, and then I get the parents. And that's why I'm going to prosecute the parents, because I'm going to buttress onto the curfew violation.
All right, the viewers may think this is just a Washington problem, but let me bring a sort of a national problem you've been addressing. I was in Belarus for the past couple of days, and I saw
Yeah, what
online,
were you doing there?
I was with Reverend Franklin Graham, and you'll hear all about it. But anyway, I saw a video of these computers that you found a room or like a basement area of all this stuff that we taxpayers across the country have been paying for. Yeah. What in the world is that? It's just like, what is that?
I found a room in my office in the basement. We don't own it. The landlord owns it. I went in. There were 2,000 computers. There are microwaves, and there are lamps in boxes. And these computers, I am now in a situation where I am either going to sell them or give them away to people who can use them. And this is a problem with government.
Who paid for them?
They're my prosecutor's computers. There are 2,000 of them in there.
Well, somebody bought them and just left them in the boxes?
No. They're used computers. The hard drives are out, and they just let them sit there. We've got boxes down there. It's not even locked. We also have all kinds of files, equipment. Nobody does it.
I saw one. There are a bunch of lamps.
There are a bunch of lamps. You want one?
I'd like a lamp.
I'll sell it to you.
I'm a taxpayer. I'd like a lamp. Anyway.
I'll get you money to buy your own lamp, but I'm going to get money back for the taxpayers. You know, people don't expect you to waste money. It's their money. I don't want to waste it either.
Well, we needed you here. I've known you for years, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Good to
I don't know
be
if I
here.
would. I don't think I'd want to be a defense attorney against you, but I'm glad you're here.
And vice versa.
Anyway, Janine Pirro, thank you. Always nice to see you. People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.